In lean manufacturing, we use the term Gemba, which is a Japanese word, and it means to go to see. And in the visual factory, we need to provide an interface so that the users can understand all aspects of what's going on in a factory at any given time. The new Epi Business Solutions Gemba board is exactly that one-stop interface. This is a place where anyone can understand the safety, quality, delivery, productivity, cost, and inventory issues that are going on in the organization at any time.
All right, so today we're going to walk through the Gemba board solution. Right now it is comprised of 3 functional wheels that show safety, productivity, and delivery metrics based on transactions executed within Epicor. The first one we're going to look at is safety, which is denoted by the S here. You'll see around each one of these wheels we have a number of days for the current month, and the color of the wheel and the color of the day changes based on the parameters that we've set for each type of transaction. We'll walk through those as we look at the actual transactions themselves. It's also important to note that within this UI, you can click on any one of the days and it'll show you what the messages were for that day. So this gives us the ability to, as these transactions are processed, to pass along some text or some information about which transaction triggered the message and what the severity was. Here you can see we had 3 messages on the 10th relative to safety. That would be 3 safety reports. And here we can add some text to say this employee was injured, at this time, to add a little bit more information here. So you'll see right now for the 16th, that is today, for safety, we don't have any entries yet. Yesterday we had 3 of them in this test instance, but here we don't have any yet. So let's open up our custom screen here. We've created a new injury log maintenance form under production management, data collection, setup, injury log. I have that form open here. And the conditions that apply to this particular wheel are relative to whether non-lost time or lost time injuries are reported. So the conditions are, if there is at least 1 non-lost time entry for the given day, it will turn the wheel yellow. If there are 3 or more non-lost time injuries for a given day, it will turn the wheel red for that day. Now with lost time, if there is 1 or more for the given day, it will turn the wheel automatically red for that day. So before we had it in green, let's enter one here. Today is the 16th. We'll grab the employee and say that it was a non-lost time injury, and we will save that. So what we would expect here is that the wheel would turn yellow for this particular day. And there it is. So we'll see here that our message got sent through at the time with severity 1, which correlates to yellow. Now if we go in and now we will enter a lost time injury, and what we should observe is that the wheel turns red. And there it is. And we'll be able to see our messages here again, what time they were entered, and we can also add some detail there to specify who it was, what the time was, and if we want to add any more detail to that transaction, we have that ability. So that is safety. That is the most straightforward one. Next, we're going to look at delivery. Delivery is calculated based on ship dates against order releases. You'll see that today it's already set to yellow because I ran a shipment earlier that updated it in this way, and you'll see the condition there in a moment. So each order release within Epicor has a need by date and a ship by date. When we create a shipment line against a sales order release and we go ahead and ship it on today's date, there are some calculations that we do for Gemba relative to the need by date and the ship by date, and we toggle the severity display for on-time delivery based on where the shipment date falls in relation to the need by and ship by. The conditions that we're handling are if the ship date on the customer shipment line is after the ship by date but before the need by date, then we will turn it yellow. And that's the condition here that we've met, and I will show you the data that led to that. This is the order release. Our need by date was 5/18/2018. Our ship by date was 5/14/2018, and today is 5/16. So when I went ahead and shipped this, you'll see that today's date or the shipment date is after the ship by date, but it's before the need by date. Here we can open up the customer shipment itself. You'll see for this order line release, we've shipped complete against this, and that triggered this wheel to update to yellow. The second condition here is if the ship by date is greater than or equal to the need by date. So if we're shipping it after it's needed, then the wheel will display as red. So we can go back to our information here. I believe I can unship this. And modify this to say that the need by date was actually the 15th. And if we go ahead and ship this, we'll see that today's date falls after the need by date, and then our wheel should turn red. And there it is.